Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Too Good to Be True podcast. I am your host, Pascal Mayala, and today we got a lot of talking right now, talking about my topic, what I'm going to introduce right now. But before we talk about my topic, let's make sure that you guys listen to my podcast on Spotify, um, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Castbox, any platform you can find it any platform. Also, you can listen to this podcast on my YouTube channel, Too Good to Be True podcast on my YouTube channel. And if you want to watch it on YouTube channel, y- I want you guys to do something: like, subscribe, notify, and leave your comment on the community or my video that I will do shown because your comments means a lot to me, and let's raise this YouTube channel to 1 million viewers because I want this podcast to grow with each other. So before we start, if you know why I am wearing an NHL jersey and why, yes, I am a. For those people who don't know, yes, I am an Ottawa Senators fan. This is their you see their Winter Classic jersey that I'm wearing right now, and we got breaking news: the final of the new arena for the Ottawa Center has been dealed. Now it's official. The Ottawa Senator will play in the LeBreton Flat in the downtown in Ottawa. So for those people don't know, um, the Ottawa Senators are my squad. They're my squad because I was raised in this city of Ottawa. I was raised in this city. I love this city, even though it's been a long time didn't go back home. But I feel comfortable here in France. I'll be honest with you. But they're my squad. They're my squad. I'll still love this team for the better or worse. I'm still gonna support my team. But let's read that I want to for before I continue talking and show videos, I want to share with you about the news on NHL.com. I'm gonna share it right now. I'm gonna share it right now, and let's read together. Then we're gonna uh look at video of the news on CTV News about the new Ottawa Senators build a new arena. So and I'll show you where is it so people don't know where's the Brighton Flat. So for years, um, the Ottawa Senator used to play in Canada. So for those people who are not from Ottawa, so Canada is the west of Ottawa. So in the west, so that's where the Ottawa Senator play at the Canadian Tire Center, the arena, and right there in Canada they have the Canada community. So a lot of people, Canada people live there can watch a hockey game. But the issue is that the people from the downtown of Ottawa, the east of Ottawa, the south of Ottawa, even even the southeast, southwest of Ottawa, they have to take the road in car because it's very far. For people who don't know, it's like in downtown Ottawa to Canada, and the Canadian Tire Center is like 45 minutes in driving. When I used to grow up, I never knew where they were playing. I never heard about the Ottawa Senator. I know they're in Ottawa, but I didn't know where they're playing. So they told me they were playing in Canada. I'm like, damn, that is far. It is so far that I don't think people will go to see an Ottawa Senator that far in the west of Ottawa. So I think it's a good thing they did that. But before I continue talking, let's read the NHL news together, and then I'll show the video on the CTV. So the Ottawa Senators and the National Cabinet Commission have reached an agreement principle regarding the sale of the 10-acre parcel of the land of Ottawa on Friday. Next step toward building a new downtown arena for the team in the Brenton Flat district. The two sides announced the agreement ahead of the deadline Friday before the Memorandum of Understanding, signing in 2022, was set to expire. We are pleased to take this next step in the process with the new National Capital Commission. Senator President Leader said Friday. Our ultimate desire is to build a world-class multi-event center in the heart of Ottawa Gatineau that can be enjoyed for generations to come. Today represent an important step toward achieving the goal, and we are committed to working with the NCC and the other key stakeholder to make this a reality. It is great first step, but we got a lot of work ahead out of us. This allowed that work to take place. The Capital Sport, also the CSDI, the parent company of the Senators, and NCC will begin doing diligent working together on next step and project timelines. So the LeBreton Flat is a 1.24 miles southwest of Parliament Hill, where the Parliament of Canada is located. So I will show you so people don't know where is it. So we're gonna show it. We're gonna show it later. So the deal also included the plan for the entertainment district around the rink, including bars, restaurants, and one side pig. So I want to show you where is it for the people who don't know where it is. So this is Ottawa. The Canadian Tire Center is right there. You see the red dot on my left when I'm pointing at? Yeah, that's where Canada is. So the Parliament Hill is that one. In the east. It's not that far from Gatineau, so it's not far from Quebec. But in the middle, this is Le Breton Flat. So I know where is it. So it's right there. It's 2.1 kilometer in between the Parliament Hill and the Le Breton Flats. So I think is this is where they're gonna build a new arena. I think it is excellent. I think it is smart business. And we will get to it with what the other people think because I've seen there's been mixed reaction. But let's continue to read this news. Since 1996, the Senators have played their home game at Canadian Tire Center, also from known as the Palindrome and Corel Center. Located in Canada, Ontario, a suburb located about 50 miles west of the proposed site of the new arena. This agreement with the CSDI and the senator is the great news for the National Capital Region. The NCC COO Toby Nussbaum. The major event center and arena district will bring life and excitement to the Brenton Flats. This partnership will build on a development phase already announced as a part of the NCC building the Brenton project that will see 6 million new housing units with the affordability target for 25%. I know it's long, but goddamn. But we're gonna read it. But anyway, we're gonna read it anyway because it's for you, the fan, to understand. To understand, there have been an effort in the past toward the completing of the downtown arena for the team, all of which failed. But leader said he feels the result will be different this time. I think, and I quote, I think it's different for a whole bunch of reasons. Much notably, we're in a position now where everybody wants this to happen. The team wanted it to happen. Toby and his team want this to happen. I think the community wants it to happen. We really are in a point where having an arena downtown is going to be for the Senators. We firmly believe that. So I think the stars are aligned now, and the timing is good. There has been no design work as yet. There is no estimate for the cost of the project. There is, and I quote, a lot of heavy lifting to do as the report and the study we need done, leader said. We need to go through those and there are just too many parameters, too many variables to predict how long it's going to take. I know it's years, not months, before a shovel goes in the ground. So it's going to take some time to get to the point. But again, this allowed the work to take place and move forward earnest now. He also said he expected to be funded privately. If you look at the history in Canada, public venues have not been funded by the taxpayer. That that's the history. That's what we done in the country and our expectation as well. The agreement the agreement one day before Michael Adler 1 year anniversary of the Senator owner. Building a new arena has been front and center and in Adler's plan for the franchise. Following tour last season, the UBS Arena, home of the New York Islander, and Climate Pledge Arena, home of the Seattle Kraken, and Lord said he hoped to utilize what is observed during those visits. We we tried to R&D, rip off, duplicate all of the best-in-class everywhere, Arthur said in December 2004 to 23, and hopefully we'll be in a position one day where we have the peace and the land somewhere and we're able to do something pretty special for the fan. I'm here to learn about what is the best in class and also understand what our fan want, what the politicians are looking for at a time with the NCC. So that's what the news said about the um building the new arena in Ottawa. So let's look at the video right now. And before that, I just want to read just this part because I think it will make sense. So, concern of the senator over the number of parking space, which we will address accordingly. One of the great things about the location is at the nexus of the east-west and north-south LRT. This arena is built will be bu- this sorry. This arena is being built for the next 15 years, and we like that are right at the nexus of the LRT. So the leader previously said that it cost the new arena will be in a range of 1.2 to 1.5 billion dollars, but he said on Friday it was too soon to discuss the cost. That's what I'm going to say. It's probably going to cost around that much of money. But listen to the news. Let's listen to the news, and then I will give my opinion about the new arena in Ottawa. So let's watch the news a little bit.
CC and the Ottawa Senators have reached an agreement in principle for the sale of lands to develop a major event center and arena district in LeBreton Flats.
Finally, a deal to build an NHL arena in the heart of the city, something many Sens fans have been waiting for years. Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news. After months of negotiations, the Ottawa Senators reaching that deal with the National Capital Commission to build a new downtown arena. It is the revival of a dream that first seemed close almost a decade ago when the former ownership group successfully bid on the right to develop LeBreton before disputes got in the way. Now under new ownership, a new deal, and a new cause for celebration. Though fans know an actual building is still years away and needs to be designed and paid for. Here's what the deal covers. The Sens are purchasing, not leasing, a 10-acre plot of land in the Breton Flats. There will be space for parking, but fans could also take transit to games with an LRT stop right there. The new arena will be located just 2 kilometers away from Parliament Hill, compared to the current Canadian Tire Centre, which is nearly 30 kilometers outside of the downtown core. CTV's Katie Crippen joins us now with the latest on this. Katie.
Well, Patricia, we've been here a few times before, but Zero Leader says he's committed to seeing the Sens play downtown.
The teams have worked hard over the last year to get here.
After years of speculation about whether a move out of the suburbs would happen, there's a downtown deal.
We're joined in our ambition to create a vibrant, sustainable arena district that will act as a catalyst for the revitalization of the downtown core in Ottawa and Gatineau.
The Ottawa Senators buying a slightly larger parcel of land than what was originally negotiated, a 10-acre lot from the National Capital Commission at LeBreton Flats that will eventually include, among other developments, a new NHL arena. These are renderings of what the site could look like, but the entire design process is only one item on a very long to-do list.
I know it's years, not months, before a shovel goes in the ground. So it's going to take some time to get to that point. But again, this allows that work to take place and move forward with some earnest now.
The cost is not yet known. It's estimated to be in the $1 billion range. Zero Leader says he's not expecting Ottawa taxpayers to pitch in.
I think, if you look at the history in Canada, public venues, whether arenas or stadiums, have not been funded by the taxpayer. And that's the history. It's not the same in the United States, but that's what we've done in this country, and that would be our expectation going forward as well.
On social media, Ottawa's mayor writing he's looking forward to hearing more about this potentially very exciting economic opportunity for Ottawa. The deal also includes 6,000 homes. A quarter of them will be for affordable housing. Now, to finally get this agreement, there would have been very tough negotiations, to be sure, but both sides today speaking of the spirit of cooperation and collaboration, likely a key difference to past attempts at a deal like this, Patricia.
And some relief to have it done, no doubt. And what happens to the Canadian Tire Centre?
Great question. A move, of course, still years away. And the Ottawa Senators say they know through conversations with the mayor and councillors that they'll need to do something special with the land, but there's no detailed plan just yet. So,
all right, CTV.
So you heard what has been said. So let's hear about the fan reaction about the Ottawa Senator building a new arena. And this is where I really want to attach.
Well, rumors of a new downtown arena have had Sens fans and local businesses excited since the idea was first floated, but opinions on a new arena development differ depending on who you ask. CTV's Dylan Dyson has been asking and joins us with more. Dylan?
Well, Patricia, it's been widely agreed that having Ottawa's NHL team next to downtown in the heart of the city would be best for all parties, but a move would also mean a loss for the community of Canada, and those who live near LeBreton Flats say their community may not be ready.
This green space at LeBreton Flats, one step closer to looking like this. After years of speculation, the dream of going to a Senators game in downtown Ottawa is alive again.
Definitely. It can't come fast enough.
An NHL arena at LeBreton Flats, right where fans think it should be.
The prospect of being able to get out to a game at the end of a workday is really great in a more convenient way.
Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? So it's we certainly have been waiting and hoping that this would come through. So I'm excited to hear it happening now.
The idea of pre- and post-game foot traffic, an enticing prospect for local businesses.
Winter patio. Outdoor patio.
But getting lost in the excitement, Senators fans from Ottawa's West End.
I'm sure Senators fans are excited, especially people who live downtown, but we live in Canada and we're going to be very sad that it's that we're going to be losing the Sens from Canada.
The new arena would be located between Bayview and Pimsey LRT stations.
That's why I'm worried about the trains getting one here. It's important that we have the proper flow to get everyone to not drive downtown and we don't have to put up too much parking and all that.
Parking, a big worry already, with residents nearby LeBreton Flats concerned their neighborhood is not equipped for the excess traffic.
Not in the least. Quite honestly, where it is right now, I can't imagine. I honestly can't imagine. So they better do it right.
Pretty much it'll be a blues fest every night of the year. We're used to, people descending on this area, but usually it's just blues fest.
This new downtown location also means an excellent opportunity to market to fans on the other side of the river, something that is already a priority for this new ownership group. Case in point, tomorrow morning, the Sens will hold an inter-squad game at the Slush Puppy Center in Gatineau, and we will have full coverage on what this team and the potential move means for Gatineau fans tomorrow.
So you heard what
Taking a closer look now at one of our top stories.
sorry. But you heard what a lot of the fans said about moving to downtown Ottawa. And I know it's sad, but let's face the reality. Putting the Ottawa Senator in downtown will make big business. It will make the city of Ottawa a lot of money, economic wise and business wise. And I think also, like you said, for people Gatineau can watch a hockey game. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense because you're trying to to build how many years that it took for I'll give an example. I'll give an example. The one in LA, SoFi Stadium. The one in LA, SoFi Stadium. The Rams used to play in the Coliseum, the old Coliseum, right? They had to wait like what? They had to wait like 4 years. 4 years that for the SoFi Stadium to be built. And unfortunately, the grand opening was in during the COVID year, but you get the point. What I'm trying to say. It is very rare that we see a city, a team, and a community that want a new arena, but sometimes the mayor don't have enough money to build it. So I think it's exciting for the fan. Or another example I will give you is what um the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans are building a new arena, actually a new stadium for the Titans. For business wise, it makes sense. For economic wise, it makes sense because you want, for example, the Super Bowl to play in Tennessee. It makes sense. It helps us the economic of the city. Or I will give you a last example. Uh, the LA Clippers. LA Clippers just finished. Actually, they already finished. They have a new arena, the Intuit Dome. The Intuit Dome in Inglewood. Same thing, but it's still LA. I know it's somewhere probably in the north, south, east, west. I don't know where it is. If you people know where the Inglewood is, leave me a comment. But there, actually, is great for the people in Inglewood for economic wise. So it does help a city to develop and grow a, a team and community. But I also understand that it will cost a lot of money and there will be a lot of tax. But it helps a community to really want to support this team, and I'm glad they're doing it. Finally, do you know as a kid? I will tell you this. Do you know as a kid, I always wanted to see a hockey game, but unfortunately, my mom didn't have a car. We could pick the bus, but sometimes you'll be scared that nobody, there's no transport. So that's why I think it's great to put the Ottawa Center in downtown, the new arena, to build to build in LeBrenton Flat. Yes, I think it makes a lot of sense. Now for the parking, that will be a different story. I think they're gonna find a solution, but like I said, it's business. At the end of the day, it's business. It makes sense. But I don't know what they're gonna do with the Canadian Tire Center. I think they're gonna do something with it, but we don't know. So I hope they're gonna do something special. Or I was thinking about this. Why not build have it like a basketball team? Makes sense. So that's all I gotta say about that. Moving on from this, we are talking about the WNBA. The WNBA right now, we are in the playoff, and I want to share it right now. Right now, I'm gonna share it because the team is already set. Uh, So so there it is. I know this. I know the standing before that. Before we give our prediction, we're gonna look at the standing right now. So we know that we got the Liberty are number one, the Lynx two, Connect the Sun three, the Ace four, Storm five, Fever six, Mercury seven, and the Atlanta Dream eight. So before, so we're gonna give the schedule for the people who don't know. For the schedule, oh my God, what I'm doing? What I'm doing? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna give our prediction just for the not just the when they're gonna play, but just the series, the team, the series, and what I think who's gonna win. So let's start with the uh, the Dream versus the Liberty. For that, let's compare the two. I know the Dream just acquired I forgot her name. I'm gonna look at it right now on my phone. Her name. I know they just required another player who just went to the Olympics. Just went to the Olympics. Had a had bald right now. I believe her name, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna look for her name. Her name is Azine Kalu. Azine Kalu. Her first game since her first game with the Atlanta Dream. For Atlanta Dream, she had a great game. Azine Kalu. She just added in the roster. So I think she got her a little bit of feet wet. She didn't really actually she played pretty good, but I don't think I wish she had played much more longer right now. But she showed up, she balled. So who am I to complain? But but my prediction, I think the New York Liberty will probably gonna swept the Atlanta Dream because they're too much. The New York Liberty are too much for the Atlanta Dream. But I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm not gonna be surprised if they get one game out of them. One game. I think probably can go three, but I think with Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, Bijane, Jacquel Jones. I think they're gonna ball out, and their bench are not no slouch. So compared to the Atlanta Dream, Ariel Powers injured. I don't know when she's gonna come back. I hope he's gonna come back in game 2. But to me, I think it's gonna be a total a beautiful sweep, and I think and there's nothing to be ashamed of. But I think the Liberty are too much. Next game, the Indiana Connecticut, the Indiana Fever versus the Connecticut Sun. This is a match I think I want to see. Caitlin Clark first playoff. Ooh, I'll tell you what. I think it could go to 3. I think it go. Yeah, I think it'll go to a 3 a 3 series. I believe. I don't know how it works, but I think the Connecticut Sun will win this in 2. I think Caitlin Clark will steal one, but I got the Connecticut Sun winning the series because with Duana Bonner, Alicia Thompson, Bijane A. Carrington, the rest of the crew, they're too much. I'm not that too much, but the is a veteran experience that have been in the playoff and do have more experience over the Indiana Fever, who had Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Alicia Boston, and the rest of the crew. And I believe that I think they'll give the run for their money. So I got the Connecticut Sun winning it. Next game the Phoenix Mercury versus the Minnesota Lynx. I got the Minnesota Lynx to win the series over the Phoenix Mercury because their bench are suspect. I'm gonna admit that. Other than Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, Kalia Copper, and Sophia Cunningham, their bench is really suspect compared to Minnesota Lynx because they got a lot of veteran, Nafisa Collier, Courtney Williams. They're gonna they're gonna be balled out. So I think I got Phoenix winning this series 2-1, and I think Phoenix Mercury will steal one. Another game, final game, the Seattle Storm versus the Las Vegas Ace. I got Vegas winning this series over this Storm 2-1. I think the Storm will steal one, but I think the Ace will win the series. They're too dominant, and and you cannot count the AJ Wilson, Kelsey Plum, Sid Colston, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young. They're gonna show why they were the champion last year. So I not don't do not sleep on the Ace. Do not sleep on the Storm too. So 2-1 for the Las Vegas Ace. So that's for now the prediction for the uh um WNBA playoff. Let's take a little bit of break, then I'll come back and we will have a very, very hard discussion about still with the WNBA. So I'll be back. So let's take a little bit of break. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Too Good to Be True podcast. Um, we're still talking about the WNBA, and I'm seeing a lot of the media players talking about the social media trying to bully the WNBA's players on social media ever since Kaden Clark got drafted to the WNBA. You got new fan, the casual fan who are tuning in watching the WNBA, and not just Kaden Clark, but other people watching other team. To to watch the game, but fan also can be very fickle. I might add, sometimes when you play good, no problem. But sometimes when you play bad, if a lot of those fans are very idiots. So I was watching the Chicago Sky press conference with Dana White and her Dana not the Dana White Dana Brooke and I forgot what her last name. They were talking about the WNBA fan tried to bully um the WNBA players for I'm thinking for no reason. But I want to share the video, and I want you guys to watch with me, and I'll give my reaction to it. So let's listen let's listen to it, then I'll give my opinion. So I know it's very long. It's very long, but let's listen to it.
Just speaking obviously for us, that it was just a lot of outside noise where now I feel like we're used to that. We know how to handle that. We don't want to cause anything to distract us. We don't need any distractions on top of just not causing stuff in the locker room. I feel like sometimes you can read tweets and you can read stuff and that can affect people in the locker room, and just keeping that out, just making sure we stay together as a whole. And we
Did I just say Dana Brooks? I mean Dana Evans. So my apologies, people, if I said that. It's Dana Evans. I follow her on social media and a huge fan of her game. So my apologies. Let's go.
we got each other's back and just staying together, I feel like was a lesson for this whole league this year. Agree.
Both of you can speak to this. That's an interesting thing, and I don't think it's something I've quite heard there articulate.
Mm-hmm.
With all the new attention, maybe that's not the right way to put it, but
no, I get what you're saying.
How did you guys experience that? What was the sort of content of it? Like, what was it feeling like? What were you reading, seeing, hearing?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It was tough. I mean, Izzy, I know you can attest to that too. It was really tough. I mean, we're professionals. We know that we can play this game. I mean, but when you got people that's steady bashing you, that's supposed to be our supporters, I feel like that was a little slap in the face, and that was hard to kind of deal with. But
it was disgusting.
It was really disgusting. But I always say God does not make mistakes, and I feel like this season really challenged my mental to another level, and I feel like I'm going to be so much better next season, just mentally prepared for everything. And I know Izzy, you kind of feel that way too.
I've never experienced this amount of hate and harassment this entire season. I get emotional about it because I know Dana went through the same, but it's hard because it should have never been like that. And to go and just want to play basketball every day, and you have people constantly, and if it's online, it's online, but like you now get tagged in it, and I'm constantly having to block people and just people making narratives up about you. It's hurtful.
It is.
And it's hard to just focus on basketball. And I appreciate the new eyes, but if it comes with hate and bigotry and racism and even people that look like me bashing you, you can keep it keep it offline. It's so hurtful, and you don't know how that affects people. So I think that's just something that a lot of Blue fans need to be mindful of, and we don't want that to carry into the locker room. And
exactly. And to piggyback on that is, I'm gonna say, especially for the people that support the Sky, if you're gonna support the Sky, support the Sky. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was a big issue, and it messes with your mental. I don't care how good you are or what's going on. You're gonna see stuff. You're gonna read stuff, but this it made you a lot better. It made us a lot stronger up here, and we'll be better next year.
You learn from it, you grow from it. You just stay away from it, because it's like, I'm not going to attach that to my name, but there was just so many times that was just a factor, and it shouldn't have been. And it's just disappointing that was the case.
What do you put that down to? Where is it coming from? Where is it originating? Why?
The internet is the
internet. And honestly, like she was saying, a lot of our fans were doing that, and it's hard because you just try to stay away from it. And Spoon attested to it so much. Just get off of it. And even when you're off it, it still happens. So there's times I wouldn't even look at my social media. And that's just such a crazy place to be, because I get so much support from it as well. But when there's so much negativity, you have a job to do. Obviously, you stay off of it. And it's just like people just run and go with narratives. And it's just so detrimental to a team's success. You just have to block it out. And like we said, continue to do a job. But it's hard when it's like every single day.
A lot.
Before I let the guy his YouTube show Showtime on Point Sports, let him have his opinion. You know what? You know what? You know what? I'll let him talk. Then I'll do my talking, because this right there, this is very sad. So I'll let him talk.
Now, y'all listen to what she said, man. This was emotional post games. They pretty much let everything out, and a lot of people, you have to be honest, on social media, there's a lot of people accusing Isabel Harris and Dana Evans being jealous of Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, that doesn't get them the ball, and all that kind of stuff. So you got this one fan right here says, so my theory that the vets on the Chicago Sky team being jealous of the rookies was basically proven by Dana and is on this post-game interview. And Dana clapped back. She got on comments, and she replied, she said, you got to let that go. Riding this weird-ass narrative that we were jealous of our own teammates. Never. You know, she said that, and he came back with this. He said that the actions on the court show otherwise. Y'all didn't know how to pass to the rookies, but the moment Izzy came in the game, y'all became elite passers. Oh. Hey, my bad, y'all. My bad. Hold on. He said, elite passers, the proof is in the body of work, Lord. Just giving y'all finally money y'all want.
You know, I'm not gonna read. I know it's long, but let me say this. I mean, I think a lot of fans are very going. This is out of hand, and this is kind of stupid for fan thinking that Dana Evans is jealous of those rookie uh, Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. I mean, since when they're jealous? I mean, that Dana Evans, a couple of years ago, she won a championship with the Sky, even though she did not play, but she contributed to the regular season and to the championship. So the notion of, you know, uh, uh those veterans jealous of of Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, that is false. I mean, people. I mean, this is why. This is why I hate fan, even diehard fan, because there's some moment that are taking it too far. They're taking it a little bit too far, but saying the veteran jealous of injuries and Camila Cardoso. Oh yeah, you can say that the same thing in the NBA. There was a lot of people were jealous when LeBron James came into the league. And the same thing they were jealous, when the Steph Curry came into the league, or Magic Johnson back in the early '80s. I mean, people need to stop, and also on social media, people need to stop because really it's getting on my nerve because you're bullying a veteran for no reason. She won a championship. What she needs to prove? I mean, this is going out of hand. This is going out of hand. But not only that, but we're still sticking it in the WNBA. Renee Montgomery, Renee Montgomery, the I believe co-order of the Atlanta Dream, got also got to say about those Kelly Clark fans. And I know we're still talking about the WNBA. We talked about the bullying with fans and players. And I will a little bit conclude with that, but let's listen a video that I found. They talk about how the Kendall Clark fan attacking, those the players, the uh 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 yeah, the players for no reason. So let's let's listen what Renee Montgomery gotta say. I just want to. So I want to listen to this. So let's play.
Hold the footage right now.
Cannot be a representation of what the WNBA would want in their league. This is our league. This was built, I feel like as a women's basketball historian myself, I've been watching since I was 5. I was here before the league started, as a lot of the fans on social media feel the same. That ain't a representation of us. Y'all not like us. They not like us, okay? So please don't confuse me saying motivated by hate by meaning hating on a team the way a normal diehard fan would. For instance, let me just give you some examples. A diehard Falcons fan can hate the Saints, but they would be going a little bit too far if they created nude AI pictures of Saints players and then sent them to the Saints players' families. That's what Caitlin Stans have done to Angel Reese. A diehard Tennessee Vols fan could have hated our UConn Huskies, but they would have been going way too far if they sent death threats to the UConn players. And that's what they've done. That's what Caitlin Stans have done. A diehard Celtics fan could hate the Lakers. And you know what? If we being honest, that Celtics fan base has definitely gone too far with some of their racist remarks and their treatments of players. It's not okay.
Before we let her continue, I gotta admit that a lot of fans are very out of hand. Like she said, I'm a Saints fan. Then I'll talk other team, but I'm a Saints fan. I hate the Falcons. I gotta literally have a Deion Sanders jersey because I'm a Deion fan, not a Falcon fan. But imagine a diehard Saint fan like myself do something, put like I said, like she said, a naked person, a naked play, all the naked Falcon fan players, and give it to their wife. How do you think they're gonna feel? If a diehard, like I'm a Senator fan, like I said in the beginning of my show, I'm a Senator fan, a diehard Senator fan, and we hate the Maple Leaf, the Battle of Ontario. If a Ottawa Senator fan make a nude picture, an AI nude picture of a Maple Leaf fan, a Maple Leaf player, how do you think their wife gonna feel? How do you think the children gonna feel? It's pretty much disgusting. So I think we are going a little bit too far with diehard fan, even casual fan too. So I don't forget the casual fan who do those AI thing, and that's why I'm scared that maybe one day an AI will do something or a replica of me. So I don't want that. But it's going out of hand. That's all I'm gonna say. But let's continue what Renee Montgomery gonna say. Let's continue.
It's okay to be a hater in sports. Like hating in sports is a part of the game. Like I like when our fans are so engaged and so passionate that they just don't like the other team. But being racist, sexist, and violent with your words, come on now. What are we doing? Come on now. That's not acceptable. I mean, honestly, imagine if one of the stands said the things that they were saying. What if they said it to your daughter, your wife, your cousin, your sister? Folks might be ready to fight, okay? So Caitlyn, unfortunately for her, this is a group that is attached to her, not her asking this group to follow. It seems that they found a home in this fan base, thinking that that's where it was. But recently, some things have shown where Caitlyn recently liked a post by Taylor Swift, and it was supporting VP Harris. And on that post, all she did was like it. And this Caitlyn Stans group that I'm talking about, the Stans have now split against Caitlyn. They're
I did not know that. I did not know that. But let's go. Let's go read back. Then I'm gonna go back a little bit. Then I'll give my opinion about it. Let's listen again what she said. Let's listen what she said.
And on that post, all she did was like thinking that that's where it was. But recently, some things have shown where Caitlyn recently liked, fortunately for her, sexist and violent with part of the game. Like I like when our fans are so engaged and so passionate that they just don't like the other team.
Like I said, yeah, like she said, you know what? I'm okay as a fan who do not like the opposing team. But there had to be some mutual respect. Yeah, I know not all the fans are like that, but there's some fans they go overboard. They will do anything to to hurt you, not to hurt you, but to attack you for non goddamn reason. So let's continue.
But being racist, sexist, and violent with your words, come on now. What are we doing? Come on now. That's not acceptable. I mean,
That is true. That is unacceptable, people. You know, racist, homophobic, attacking genders, and so on and so forth is unacceptable. As a fan, you should not do that. But then I know, like I said, there's no fans who they do that. They're very respectful. They just want to support their team, and so on and so forth. But the other people come here to go too far. We need to stop. But go ahead, Renee. Continue.
honestly, imagine if one of the stands said the things that they were saying. What if they said it to your daughter, your wife, your cousin, your sister? Folks might be ready to fight, okay?
That is true, and that's also true. What happened, like you said, what happened is something like your father, a brother, or a cousin, your uncle, your nephew, or your aunt, everybody attacking your children. You're ready to fight. You're ready to fight. So I think it's a little bit too far. But let's continue.
So Caitlyn, unfortunately for her, this is a group that is attached to her, not her asking this group to follow. It seems that they found a home in this fan base, thinking that that's where it was. But recently some things have shown where Caitlyn recently liked a post by Taylor Swift and it was supporting VP Harris. And on that post, all she did was like it. And this Caitlyn stands group that I'm talking about, the stands have now split against Caitlyn. They're actually going against Caitlyn. I'm going to read some of the tweets. This is what they're saying to Caitlyn now. I was just starting to finally pay some attention to the WNBA because somebody was actually worth watching, and then you caved. Another fan said, definitely should have stayed out of politics at Caitlin Clark. I love watching you, but now I refuse after seeing you support Taylor Swift in Kamala. Why did you like Taylor Swift's post endorsing Kamala? We thought you were like us. What's going on? So Caitlin had these big expectations when she came into the league, and she's clearly exceeding all of them, not on the court, not only on the court, but off of the court, being an ambassador for these brands. But something sinister is happening online with Caitlyn's fan base and these stands that needs to be addressed. So all I'm saying is sports hate is okay. It's acceptable. It's actually welcome. We love the passionate fans.
Oh gosh. I didn't even know that Caitlin Clark like the post of Vice President Kamala Harris and Taylor Swift. I mean, you see, there are fans are delusional. I just want to say that. I'm gonna say that they're fans are delusional. So good. Let's listen again. Let's listen.
But some of y'all are taking it too far, man. Do better.
That was Renee Montgomery pretty much going on a rant about Caitlin Clark fans turning on her and them pretty much being stands. But something that she did not talk about that I feel more people should talk about is Caitlin Clark black fan base. Yes, Caitlin Clark has a black fan base. And it's hard for black people to realize black people actually like Caitlin Clark because we're not just dumb people. We realize basketball. Caitlin Clark is a better player than Angel Reese. It's not.
So let's stop right here. Let's stop right there right now. Let's stop right there. Really? I'm not talking about the guy who's talking. I'm talking about really the fan. I mean, it's one thing that you can really support your team, support a player. Another thing, I'll be honest with you, you should not support is everything that Renee Montgomery said. I mean, we are going too far, especially social media. This and this is why, like I said, her own teammate had to shut down their social media. Alicia Boston, it was too much for her. What she did it all her social media, her social media. And I don't want a lot of the WNBA player feel a way like that the fan base attacking you because because you didn't play well. They also attacking you because because of Caitlin Clark and Andrew Reese, and especially those new fans. I don't mind that you can boo, you can cheer, you can say you suck on the opposing team, but insult, racism, misogyny, and insulting genders is too far. It's going too far. That's why when I did when I showed a couple minutes ago about the Chicago Sky jealousy of injuries coming on Cardoso. That's not true. Why do I have to be jealous? Why Dana Evans have to be jealous? If by the way she won a WNBA championship, you know, she doesn't need to say it. She doesn't need to say it. She won a WNBA championship, regardless if she played or not, but she contributed. So that's all I gotta say about the bullying. Now for our final discussion, let's talk about a little bit baseball. Now I know people want me to talk about basketball, but the basketball season hasn't started yet. Maybe I will do my what do I my prediction for every team. Maybe one day. Maybe it's probably gonna cross my mind, but let's talk about baseball. Shohei Ohtani did something I don't think nobody ever done. He joined the 50-50 club. But before that, let's read it together to understand the 50-50 club in baseball. So let's read this together. After making history on Thursday, Top revealed a rare one-of-one Shohei Ohtani card. The Los Angeles Dodgers star became the first player to hit 50 home runs and 50 steal bases in a single season, reaching the historic mark against the Miami Marlins on Thursday. Top announced on Friday that someone will purchase a top base on card from Ohtani's historic game will receive a card autographed by Ohtani. The card features Ohtani's signature as well as the 50-50 club and the date reached the mark. So this is the card they are talking about. This is the top. This is the card that they're talking about. Let's read it. The rare card will likely hold plenty of value given historical significance and the fact that the only card collector will take home the card. Shohei Ohtani, who will likely on his way to win his third MVP trophy this season, recorded multiple historical feats on Thursday, along with the reaching on 50 home runs and 50 steal marks. He also became the first player in MLB history to go 6 for 6 in 3 home runs, 10 RIP, and 2 stolen base, making the already impressive night even more significant. He looked to continue his record-breaking season as the NL West leading Dodger round of the year and beginning the postseason in just a few weeks. So that's what it said. I gotta admit that I don't really watch baseball. I'm a casual fan. Like I said, I support my Blue Jays. How about that? I support my Blue Jays, and I hate the New York Yankees. But I'm not gonna insult and go overboard against the Yankees because at the end of the day, actually, I'll explain later. But let's talk about the Shohei Ohtani, and then I will conclude with the WNBA. So it's very rare that I see a baseball player do 50-50 club. I mean, Barry Bond is the closest, but he never won 50-50. Even though Barry Bond was special, he didn't do what Shohei Ohtani did. Even Reggie Jackson never did it. I think Shohei Ohtani is special. It's probably going to be best for business, be probably the face of the baseball. But I need to see that in the playoff. I just want to say this before I end the Shohei Ohtani. I need to see this do that in the playoff because this is going to be his first playoffs to doing it. So so if he does that in the playoff and he wins the World Series, I think he's going to be in his class in his own league. So that's all I'm going to say about Shohei Ohtani. Before I conclude my podcast, I just want to say this for the WNBA fan. I'm okay to you a person can cheer their favorite team, support their favorite player. I don't mind that. But what I don't like is you guys threatening attacking those players for no reason. I mean, at the end of the day, those female athletes are human. I mean, they breathe like us, they eat like us, they sleep like us. Even though they have issue like everybody, even though their issues they're magnified, we should treat them like human. At the end of the day, they're human. And for the people on social media who trying to bully, you're just an asshole. You're just a motherfucking asshole to bully those WNBA players trying to make a living for their family. So that's all I gotta say about that. And it's a shame that what we are and what this world's coming through, that we live in this society, and that's why you see a lot of players suicide. I mean, suicide because they can't handle the pressure of the social media. They can't handle the pressure of the media. I mean, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast. If you want to listen to my podcast, go listen to our Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, or if you want to listen to this on my YouTube channel, Too Good to Be True podcast, you can listen to it. I'll upload it on my YouTube channel. If you don't want to, if you miss it, you can rewatch it on my YouTube channel. If you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me on social media on Instagram. It's Pascal_Mayala_15. Same thing with Threads. You want to follow me on X, formerly Twitter. It's at Belly versus PMM, just together. At Belly versus PMM. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you next time.